It's really simple to bulk. Just consume more calories than you burn, right? Not so fast. It's not as simple as it sounds. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jay, a certified master trainer and 50 plus men's physique competitor, and I'm here to help all of you. I share tips and advice on fitness, especially for the older guys like myself. And today I want to dive into a topic that many of you have been asking me about, and that is how many calories should older men consume when they're looking to bulk up. So there's several things that need to be properly understood when we talk about bulking, because many people have their own interpretation, and to be completely honest with you, most men use bulking as their license to eat anything they want and as much as they want. So first things first, let's define what we mean by bulking. Bulking simply refers to the phase where you're eating more calories than you're burning as you aim to gain muscle mass. But it's not just about eating anything and everything. It's about consuming the right amount of calories combined with a balanced diet and proper training. It's important to keep in mind that everyone is different, and likewise, your bodies are different. So there's no way for me to just throw a number at you and send you on your way. And this is the mistake too many men are making. Too many men simply gather their maintenance calories and then they start eating north of that number and they expect to only add muscle. But they end up going to the mirror in 30 days and they see all this added fat, and they wonder what happened. So be sure to watch this video to the end so you don't miss any of the important information that you're going to need to have a successful bulk. Now, are you currently doing a bulk to add muscle? That's something that I would be interested in knowing about, because if you are, I'd like to know, how are you going about it and how's it working out for you? Tell me in the comments section below. I want to hear it, and I'm sure all the other viewers would like to hear what you're doing as well. It could be very helpful for us. So, how many calories are enough for older men looking to bulk up? Because the truth is, as we age, our metabolism slows down and our bodies don't need as many calories as they did in our younger years. However, to gain muscle, you're still going to need to consume more calories than you burn. So what you need to come to grips with before deciding to bulk is, do you want to look in the mirror and see a shredded physique with carved out abs, or do you want to get stronger and, as the term suggests, bulk up by adding more muscle mass? I know some people will tell you that you can add muscle and lose fat and be ripped and muscular all the time and stay as strong as you'd like all the time. This is definitely not the case at all. So let's be realistic here and let's look at this the right way. And first, let's take a look at some things that you can do to start a responsible and effective bulk to add that desired muscle you've been working for. A good starting point is to aim for about 200 to 500 calories above your maintenance level. Maintenance calories are the number of calories you need to maintain your current weight. To find your maintenance level, you can use online calculators, as there is a plethora of those out there available to you. Also, if you know a nutritionist or work with one, they can certainly help you find that number. And there's also another method that takes a little longer to use, but you can take your body weight, multiply it by 15, the number 15, and that'll give you a raw starting number. But you're going to have to step on the scales each day. You're going to have to record all your calories, which you would need to do anyway, but you're going to have to record all your intake, and then you're going to have to monitor your weight over the course of 7 to 10 days to decide where your maintenance needs to be. Now, let's talk about the macronutrient breakdown, because not all calories are created equal. For bulking, you'll want a diet rich in protein, moderate in carbs, and healthy fats. And here's a general guideline for you to go by. First, there's protein. Now, all of us know about protein, and for many of us, protein is the one and only thing we really focus on, but protein really is just one of 3 things that we should be focusing on. But in terms of protein, you should be aiming for 1.2 to 1.5 grams per pound of your goal body weight, and approximately 25 to 35% of your total caloric intake should be in protein. Now, when I say goal body weight, if you have a plan for where you want to be with your weight, whether it's up or down, this applies either way. If you're bulking or you're dieting down, you still need to know what your goal weight is, and you're going to use that number to multiply by 1.2 to 1.5, and that's going to be the amount of grams that you're going to want to be taking in daily in protein. But remember this, protein is crucial for muscle repair and growth. My personal protein goal is to make sure every meal I eat includes a good portion of protein. Then there's also carbohydrates, and carbs is the enemy, and we all know this already. But carbs should make up approximately 40 to 60% of your total calorie intake. Carbs provide energy for your workouts. And I know, again, I realize carbs are portrayed as the enemy of fitness, but carbs are essential for muscle growth. If you're wanting to bulk up or add muscle, do not cut your carbs, but you do need to be selective with the type of carbs you're taking in. Remember this, carbs are your friend, and carbs are that fuel source that can be tapped into quickly for energy when your body needs it most. Then there's that other macronutrient that is considered the enemy of fitness athletes, and that is fats. In reality, fats should make up about 15 to 25% of your daily calories. Focus on healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and olive oils. Try to avoid the saturated fats and focus on your fat intake being the healthy fats known as the unsaturated fats. And one other thing, don't cut out your fats. In fact, your fat intake should never be below 15% of your total caloric intake. If you start messing around with cutting your fats too low, you'll be messing with your hormone levels. And if you put your hormones in a compromised situation, many negatives can happen. And one of those is you probably will not achieve the muscle growth you desire, amongst many other issues that will develop. So as you progress, keep an eye on your weight and muscle gains. If you're not gaining muscle, you might need to increase your calorie intake slightly. On the flip side, if you're gaining too much fat, consider cutting back a bit. It's all about finding the sweet spot in your body. Bulking isn't just about eating more, it's about eating smart. So keep track of your progress and adjust your intake accordingly. And by the way, it's also about working hard. You can't just have a calorie surplus and look in the mirror every day and watch the muscle grow. You have to put in the work. So simultaneously, as you're in this surplus, you need to be bringing the heat in the gym, and you really need to be pushing it so that your muscles can be put in a situation where they're forced to grow. So that is a very important part of it. But back onto the calories and the foods. Remember, some foods to consider eating based on each of the macronutrients that I've just told you about are proteins like chicken breast, salmon, lean beef, beans, some of the yogurts, and cottage cheese and things like that. And of course, protein powders that you can use for shakes can be whey protein, which is what I use primarily, and maybe a slower digesting protein would help you for nighttime while you're sleeping, something like a casein. So that would be something you might want to look into doing. As far as carbs, stay off the donuts and all the muffins and focus on oats, sweet potatoes, some of the natural fruits, rice, vegetables, and whole grains. And as far as your fats are concerned, you can focus on eating eggs, including the yolk, which if you know anything about me or watch my videos, you know I eat a lot of eggs. I eat them every single day. And as I stated earlier, also the nuts, the olive oils, and by the way, on olive oil, make sure it's a legit olive oil and not some cheap imitation, which can be found on a lot of your grocery store shelves. So pay attention to the olive oil you're buying. And also avocados are a great source of healthy fats. A few other tips I just want to give you quickly is number one, remember your muscles are primarily made up of water. So stay hydrated. Water is essential for overall health and muscle recovery. Also, get enough sleep. I know some people tell me and have commented to me, there's no way at my age that I sleep 8 to 9 hours a night. No, I sleep 8 to 9 hours a night. That is a fact. And I have to. And it's because of that my injuries stay down and I'm able to bring forth good effort in the gym. It's because my body gets ample time to heal up. So you also need to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to allow your muscles to recover and to grow. And as is always important, consult your doctor. Anytime before you start any new diet or exercise program, especially us older guys, it's always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional, especially if you have any underlying conditions. And I'm sure some of you watching probably have some things like that, so you would definitely want to consult with a doctor first. Remember, when bulking, it's not just about the quantity, but it's also about the quality of your food. Okay, that's all I have for today. If you found this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more fitness tips. I'm going to see you right over here in this video, and until then, go get fit.